Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Terry Doherty, and I'm here at the Mom's Choice Awards Filming Studio at Book Expo 2013. And I'm joined this afternoon by Wendy Kupfer, author of Let's Hear It for Almigal. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Is this your first BEA?
It is.
And I thought I heard you over there saying you're exhausted already?
Exhausted already. Physically.
Yeah,
Physically.
But I mean, the energy really does keep you going for quite
Absolutely,
a while.
absolutely.
So let's talk about a little bit about Almigal. This is a book about a hearing impaired child. Do you see hearing impaired children as the primary audience for the story?
When I initially came up with the idea for Almigal, that was the primary audience. But it has really developed into a book for all children because what the teachers love is that it's really a book to begin the conversation about differences, and it teaches children that we are all special in different ways. And really, when I go into the schools now and I read to the kids, they're all hearing kids. And they are fascinated by the concept of hearing aids and cochlear implants, like a bionic ear or a computer behind the ear. So that was the initial that was my initial plan, but it hasn't really turned out that way, and I'm very glad that it hasn't, because my goal is to raise awareness of hearing loss in children, because it is one of the number one birth defects according to the March of Dimes.
Wow, I did not know that.
If you consider it a defect. There are over 3 million children in the United States with significant hearing loss, and 50% of those children are under the age of 3.
Now, how would you, as someone who doesn't understand the science necessarily, what it constitutes significant hearing loss?
Well, generally it's at the speech level or needing amplification, needing assistance for these kids to really be able to learn speech and language.
You mentioned having gone into schools and doing presentations there. Do you have any particular stories where a kid asked a question or made a reply to something that you asked that you just said, this is why I did this?
Well, in terms of that, not as much in the schools, but the emails that I get from parents. And it astounds me because they're all over the world. Like, you don't even realize when you're emailing with a mom that she's in Ireland or she's in Australia, thanking me for writing this book, telling me about their Almigal and their child, or I belong to certain groups on Facebook of parents, and the response is just so incredible. So that is what really makes me feel great. When I'm in the schools and I ask the children their favorite part of the book, the little boys always say, when Buster runs away with the cochlear implant, our little black poodle, or when Almigal jumped into the swimming pool and forgot to remove her cochlear implants, which really happened because this book was inspired by my daughter. And the little girls either say the whole thing, or when Almigal can hear her parents say, I love you.
Oh, so, very sweet.
Yes.
One of the really, really cool things about the book is that it serves a philanthropic purpose. And it gives back. Do you want to talk about that for a second?
I do. My daughter is now an adult. We were told when she was born that she would never speak. The medical community was wrong. It was hard work. She has a master's degree in social work, a very important career helping adults with various disabilities. And I feel very blessed in the course that her life has taken, and I'm at a point in my own life where I want to give back. And so I feel I'm giving back in multiple ways. I'm giving back financially because of 5% of each book being donated to organizations that support children with hearing loss and their families. But I feel I'm also giving back emotionally because our children, with all children, it doesn't matter what their difference is, it really stands out to them, makes them feel so different sometimes, and they need to be nurtured, and their self-esteem needs to be nurtured. And so I feel that I'm doing that, and that means a lot to me.
Almigal is a very unique name. How does she come to be named Almigal?
Okay. Well, first of all, Almigal likes being unique in every way. And in the first page of the book, she says, my real name is Allie, but I prefer Almigal because I don't know anybody else that has that name. But the way that the name came to be is that my daughter's name is Allie, And she's my gal. She's my girl. So I always say, if you say Allie my gal or Al my gal really fast, it's Almigal. And so and once I explain that to people, like it clicks, and they're like, oh, I love that. That makes huge sense.
Now you're going to hear it everywhere.
I hope so. I hope so.
Great.
And thank you to the Mom's Choice Awards. This organization, I think the fact that you chose a book about a little girl with hearing loss that has hearing aids and then gets her cochlear implants. I think the fact that the Mom's Choice organization selected Let's Hear It for Almigal as an award winner says a lot about the Mom's Choice organization, and I'm very impressed with that.
Thank you very
Very
much.
impressed.
We love hearing things like that.
Absolutely.